Today, we'll create Camera app in Flutter from scratch. Using this app, you can capture high-resolution images. Captured images will display in a row above Captured button. You can also switch between rear and front cameras. You can use flash mode to captured image using mobile flash. So, let's create this app. First of all, we need to create Flutter project and import required packages. For that, open your Visual Studio Code. Press F1 and type Flutter New Project. Then select Empty Application. Now, select the folder to place the project. Type the project name. I'll name it Camera app. Our project's been created successfully. Now, open pubspec.yaml file to import the required packages. Under Dependencies section, type the package's name to import. Now, import Camera. Gap. External path. Media scanner. Now, save the file to import the packages. Packages are imported. Now we need to tell the Android device about the permission we required in this app. For that, copy these lines of code, and open Android folder, App, src, Main, and open Android manifest file. Now, paste these lines above the application tag. Now, let's run our app. There is a build error. Camera package requires minimum SDK version 21. To solve this, again open Android folder, App, src folder. Now, open build.gradle file. Scroll down and find default config block, and inside it, set min SDK version to 21. Now, run the app. And our app started without any error. Now, we need to create main page. For that, create a file named mainpage.dart inside lib folder. Inside it, create a stateful widget. Name this widget main page. Create scaffold widget. Go to main file and set main page as home page. And also import its library. Now, inside main method, use widget's Flutter binding dot ensure initialized method. After that, create a camera's property. Make main method async. And set return type to future void. Now, assign cameras the value of available cameras method. This method will return the list of available cameras of device. Change late to final. In main app method, create a list of camera description, and name it cameras. Make this property required in the constructor. In main method, pass cameras property to main app widget. Now, go to main page, and also create a list of camera description here, and name it cameras. Make this property required in the constructor. Go back to main file, and pass cameras property to main page. Open main page again. Create an object of camera controller, and name it camera controller. Then, create a property of type future void, and name it camera value. Place these properties out of build method. Use init state method. First, create a method of void return type, call it start camera. Inside it, use camera controller and set it equal to camera controller. And pass it camera's property from this widget. Now pass parameter to this method of type int, and call it camera. Now pass this camera property here. Set resolution preset to high. Disable audio by setting Enable Audio to false. After that, initialize the camera controller. Now, call Start Camera method inside init state method, and pass 0 to this method. 0 means start this app using rear camera and 1 means front camera. Inside scaffold, create body, and create stack widget. Then create future builder. Pass camera value to future. Pass a method to builder, and also pass context and snapshot as parameter to this method. Inside this method, use if statement to check is snapshot.connection state is equal to done. Inside it, return size box. Use width property. But before create a property inside this build method and set it equal to media query of context.size. This method will return device's height and width. Now, pass size.width to width. Use height and pass it size.height. Pass fitted box as a child. Set fit to box fit.cover. Pass sized box as a child. And set width to 100. Then pass camera preview as child, and pass camera controller to it. Now create else block, and return center widget inside it. Then pass circular progress indicator as a child to it. Now, restart the app. Sorry, we forgot to initialize camera value property. Set camera value equal to controller initialize method. Restart the app. And now it's working as expected. Now, we'll create a button to capture the images using camera. For that, create floating action button inside scaffold widget. Leave onPressed method null for now. Use background color property to change the color the button. I'll make it white with some opacity. Use shape property and set it to circular border. Now, use child property and assign icon widget to it. Pass camera icon to icon widget. Set the size of icon to 40. Also change the icon color to light shade black. Now, use floating action button location property inside scaffold, and set its location to center float. Icon color is too light. Assign it a darker shade. Now it looks better. With that, our button design is complete. Now, we'll create two buttons for camera flash and camera switching functionality. For that, go inside the stack widget, and below that future builder, create align widget. Set alignment to top right. Wrap this align widget with the safe area widget. Now, pass padding widget to align as a child. Set padding to only two sides, top and right. Pass a column to padding widget as a child. Set main axis size to minimum. Inside column, pass gesture detector widget. Pass a container as a child. Use decoration property and set its color using box decoration. Set its shape to a circle. Now, pass padding widget to container. Set padding on all sides. Now, first create a Boolean property here named isFlashOn, and set to false by default. Now inside padding widget, use this Boolean expression to check if flash is on or not. First condition is returned when value is true, so pass icon button and set its icon to flash on. In second condition, which will be returned when value is false, pass icon widget but set its icon to flash off. Go to main file and set this banner property to false to hide that annoying debug banner. Come back to main page. In gesture detector widget, use onTap property and pass a method to it. Inside this method, use setState method. And inside it, set is flash on to the opposite of this property. Now below the gesture detector, create some spacing using gap widget. This widget comes from gap package. Now copy-paste the whole gesture detector widget code here from above. But first go up, create another Boolean property named isRearCamera and set it to true by default. Now, inside your padding widget, use isRearCamera property. Also change icons to camera rear and camera front. Now, inside gesture detector, use onTap property and pass a method to it. Inside the method use setState method and set isRearCamera property to opposite of current value. Below, setState method, use Boolean expression and call startCamera method in it. In first condition pass 0 to this method and in second condition pass 1 to this method. With this, buttons functionality is complete. However, we'll test out these buttons on real device. Now, we'll create a list view to show captured images. For that, create a line widget under Safe Area widget. Set alignment to bottom left. Then, create a column inside it. Set main axis size to minimum. Inside column, create a single child scroll view. Set scroll direction to horizontal. Then, create padding widget inside it, and give padding to left and bottom sides. As floating action button is located at 56 pixels above the bottom, so we need to pass more padding on bottom side. Create a container. Use box decoration, and set border radius to circular. Create a list view builder inside the container. Now go up, and create a list of X file type and pass it empty list. Now, set item count equal to length images list. Also set shrink wrap to true to fix the recent shown error. Set scroll direction to horizontal. Now, create padding widget inside list view, and give some padding on all sides. Create clip or rect widget. Now set border radius to circular. It should be the same as we provided above. Then create an image widget, set height to 100 and also set width to 100. Set opacity by using always stopped animation widget. Now use image property, pass file image widget to it. Then, pass path of the current image to the file widget using index variable which comes from list view builder. Inside image widget, set fit property equal box fit.cover. Now, restart the app. There's an exception. Let's find the cause of it. We forgot to set the container to height. Let's set it to 100. Restart the app again. And error is gone. With that, image list is complete. Now, we'll create the method to capture the image using camera. For that, go to floating action button, and set on press to take picture method. Now, go up, and create a method of void return type, name it take picture, also make it async. Inside this method, create a nullable property of type X file, and name it image. After that, use if statement, in condition check if camera is already taking picture, and also check if camera is initialized. Use exclamation mark before it to check if it not initialized. Inside it, simply return if any of the conditions is true. After that, use another if statement, in condition check if is flash on is false. Inside it, use camera controller to set flash mode to off. Then in else block, set flash mode to torch. I prefer torch mode because it's better than sudden flash. After that, use image property and set it equal to take picture method from camera controller. This method returns the captured image. As we use torch mode as flash mode, we need to turn it off. For that, use if statement and check if flash mode is equal to torch mode. Inside it, use set state method and set flash mode to off using camera controller. After that, create a property named file and set it equal to save image method and pass image to this method. Now create a method of return type future file. Name it save image, pass X file as parameter to it, make this method async. Inside it, create a property named downloadPath. And set it equal to external path get external storage public directory method. Pass the external folder type of to this method. I'll use download folder. Then, create a property named filename, and set it equal to a string. Inside it, use datetime method to get current time, also get milliseconds to avoid duplicate file names. Then set output type to PNG. After that, create a property named file, and set it equal to file method. Pass it a string and inside it, pass download path / filename. Then, use try-catch block. Inside try block, use file.write as bytes method, then pass it the image.read as bytes method. Create catch block, but leave it empty. Then return the file. Then in take picture method, use setState method. Inside it, use add method to add file to images list. There's error. Now up, and change list type from X file to file. Now use mediascanner.load method, and pass it the path of the file. Now, let's run the app on real device. Let's capture some images. It working perfectly and also captured images are shown in the list. Now, let's try flash mode. Flash mode is also working perfectly. Let's try front camera. And it's working too. Now, let's see if images are stored on the device or not. And as you can see, images are saved inside the download. With that, this video comes to an end. If you liked the video, then don't forget to like and share this video, also subscribe our channel for more videos. Finally, thanks for watching.